Welcome to AI Evening News. This is what's been happening across America. To understand the rage on the street, you first have to look up at the carnival Wall Street is throwing. The AI wave arrived, and everyone knew it was the biggest shift in 100 years. Up here, champagne. Down there, eviction. The firms that supply the raw power behind it, the compute, the high bandwidth memory, the storage that swallows the world's data, giants like Micron, like SanDisk, their stock strapped itself to a rocket in a matter of months. On the one-year chart, SanDisk shows a surge of more than 4,300%. Micron shows more than 800% in the same one-year window. Western Digital, SanDisk's old parent, shows more than 900%. Hundreds of billions of dollars came flooding in, like someone switched on a pump, into the pockets of a tiny few. The tech elites sit in their Silicon Valley mansions, sketching out a utopia of artificial general intelligence. But down at the base of the pyramid, the rideshare drivers, the couriers, the service workers who keep a city alive. Every morning, they open their eyes to these wheeled metal lumps, gnawing away, bite by bite, at the only rice bowl they have. So here is the cold arithmetic. The profit AI creates is 100% privatized, kept by the giants at the top. But the cost AI creates, the unemployment, the gridlock, the around-the-clock surveillance, that is ruthlessly socialized, thrown wholesale onto the ordinary people down on the street. So why do Americans hate these robots this much? Beyond the stolen jobs, there is a far deeper reason. A bottomless, abyss-like powerlessness, standing in front of a thing that will never reason with you. A delivery robot rolls into your path, and a self-driving car can pin you in the emergency lane with no human on the line. Who exactly do you go yell at? You can't reason with it. You can't beg it. You can't even find a live customer service line to complain to. The algorithm is the law. The code is hegemony. The only authority on the street. And it takes no appeals. In the eyes of ordinary people, this is no technology built to serve the public. It is a patrol dog that Silicon Valley's capitalists have parked on the street, watching on behalf of its owners. So when nothing protects them, they smash it. When the system can no longer protect them, smashing it becomes the most primitive and the most effective resistance there is. Here's the truth. There is nothing new under the sun. Everything happening on the streets of California today already played out 200 years ago. In the England of the 1810s came the roaring Luddite movement. Bands of textile workers stormed the factories and smashed the advanced steam-powered looms. For a very long time, the history books and the ruling elite painted the Luddites as ignorant, progress-hating fools. But was that the truth? Absolutely not. Most Luddites were highly skilled craftsmen, and they did not hate the machines at all. What they hated was that greedy factory owners used the machines to break the labor agreements, to slash their wages at will, and even to bring in cheap child labor to replace them at the very same machines. As the historians put it, smashing the machines was the only collective bargaining they could carry out inside this unjust system. Collective bargaining by riot. 200 years on, history closes a perfect loop. The young American facing down a delivery robot and the English weaver who smashed the loom, their souls overlap. The machine is only a scapegoat. What they truly want to smash is the exploitative system that threw them away without a second thought. So this is the conclusion we want to leave you with. The machines were never the problem. The rules for dividing the spoils, that is the real problem. It always was. The robots are never the problem. The deal is. We are living through the single biggest technological explosion in human history. Of course we crave that progress. We long for AI to cure cancer. to go and explore the universe. We crave AI to create civilizations, to reinvent how we think. All of which seems obvious, even seems hopeful. But just one word can change that. But if the price of this revolution is that 1% commands all the wealth and all the productivity, while the other 99% are reduced to a useless class, then the cars burning in the street are only the beginning. Without a sane policy floor, something like a universal basic income, a UBI, the resistance will not stop. If technology's dividend never reaches the many, the fires won't stop. Facing the AI wave rolling toward us, do you think we walk into a shared prosperity, a sea of stars, or into a cyberpunk dystopian slum? And these modern-day Luddites, the ones smashing the robots, which side are you on? Write your answer in the comments. This has been the channel, and I'll see you next time.